Okay, look, I'm super pretty baffled as it is that I'm actually getting on here to do this, but I can't make my rent this month, and I'm already late. So in June, first off, let me start. Before I get into this, I already have a job, and then I got a second one. But that second one, I like it. Anyways, so yeah, with hesitation. But anyhow, so I have two jobs right now, and unfortunately, the second job delayed my start date so far back that I did not start until literally the 2nd of this month, July. Yeah. And now that put a setback in my budget, in my finances, because I just moved and now I'm on the verge of being super late and prayerfully not getting an eviction notice. I'm just like, what the heck even happened? How did I even get here? And you know what? I will take part of the blame, because what happened was that I had an original start date for the 8th. Okay, boom. And then I got offered another position. Okay, cool. I'll take that. We're going to start you on the 22nd. What do you mean the 22nd? That pushes me back so stinking far right now. So I'm like, all right, fine. I guess I'll take it. But where I messed up was I had to fill out more paperwork. Okay, boom, that's done. What next? Okay, you need to go take this P test. Okay, great. That's done. What's next? Oh, we're waiting for the results and the background check. What do you mean? It should not. It never takes that long for a background check. I get it. Some positions do, but in this case, it didn't. So at the end of the day, I take partial blame and accountability for not checking in, I would say, the week of June 22nd, because that is when I really should have checked in. The week of the 29th, that is when I checked in, and I was like, yo, I'm talking to my recruiter. I'm like, what is going on? And she goes, oh, well, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to put in another ticket, and girl, bye. So anyhow, I go ahead and email another recruiter, because bingo, a light bulb goes off, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me message this woman and see when I can finally start so I can get my finances together and, the rest of my life. And then here we are. I start, Thursday, July 2nd, and I can't make rent. And my first job doesn't cover enough at all for rent. And I'm just like, great. Just great. Which is why I said I am embarrassed to come on here and even mention this, because who wants to be asking for help for rent? Like, we're already all like trying to pitch in where we can, as it is. I'm not trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. I already am trying to pay off like any other debts that I have. I'm trying to take care of my finances and, like I said, get everything back together. I just moved and I'm like, I can afford the place. That's why I have the job, the second job. But considering that they pushed me so far back for my start date, that just set me back and messed me all up. And I'm like, okay, great. So if you feel led to, if you would like to, go ahead and help a sister out. I would greatly appreciate it. I'd be so thankful. And if not, that's all right. Thank you for staying tuned to listen to my story. And trust me, there will be plenty more where that came from. Also, don't mind me. I sat here and messed, I'm eyeballing these s'mores cookies, okay? Why? Because I forgot that I actually bought measuring spoons once I moved in. Where were they? I didn't know until I found them right as I was about to start. And I said, you know what? I already put the flour in. Let's just keep it rolling. So stay tuned, and prayerfully they turn out super, super delicious because they look good. I put them in the fridge to chill just for a little bit because, they gotta chill. I'm not used to the chill method. I'm really impatient when it comes to baking cookies. I'm like, look, I want my cookies right now. But the secret to good cookies is to firm them up a little bit. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll pop them in the fridge. And as for, me throwing my marshmallows on the burner earlier was quite dumb because the burner was still really hot. So, yeah, I bust a hole in my marshmallows. So don't do that. Don't be like me.